So this is something that Zach and I have been talking about doing since everybody's at home with their family members more than usual. Sometimes people can get, irritated with each other easily. And so we have some really simple communication techniques that we've learned over the years from different sources. And if any of this would help anyone, then we'd like to be able to put it out there for you. So
Sure.
the technique is called May I Appeal.
May I appeal?
And it's useful for anybody that is, maybe a child or maybe someone that's getting told what to do from their spouse or whatever. And so if you have this, something that you have instituted previously that you say, if there's a problem with, what I'm asking you to do, you can say, may I appeal? And then I will say yes or no and listen to what you have to say. And so Zach has an example of this. Go ahead and share the example.
The one I can think of is at least more with kids, and that is that you're upstairs, or no, you're downstairs actually, and you holler upstairs to the kids to get downstairs. And so you hear from upstairs your oldest child holler, may I appeal? And you're like, what? And you're thinking something's going on because they've been told you only say this when it's necessary. And so what you come to find out is they heard you say, get down here, time for dinner or whatever. But what they also know that you don't know is that their little brother or sister is upstairs about ready to fall off of something, or has broken glass somewhere and dropped a glass and trying to keep the kids out of it, or something that's going to hurt them in some fashion. And so your oldest child knows this can't stay, and if I leave, my little brother or sister's going to get hurt. And so they holler back, may I appeal, which is the clue that something's wrong, something's different, and that you're not going to get instant obedience from them come thundering down the steps, but instead that there's something that needs to be addressed. And so it's kind of a way to let the other person know, hey, there's something more here that you don't know about. And so as much as we need, instant understanding, it's not going to happen. So that's the one I can think of.
And as an example of an adult, for example, sometimes when I'm trying to go to sleep and Zach wants to tell me something.
Usually late at night, 11 o'clock.
He's more of a night person and I'm not. So if I would say, may I appeal? Really tired right now, and can we pick a time to talk about this tomorrow? And so it's just maybe a way to avoid an argument, because at that time of the night, I can't really think very clearly, and he's like really, trying to get me to understand what he's saying, and I'm just like, this is not going to work. So that would be an example of two adults using the technique.
And it's a way too, like in that scenario, where I don't feel like she's somehow just blowing me off or ignoring me or thinking I'm stupid or thinking my idea is stupid. It's just, I am too tired to try and think about that at this time. And so it is not a good time to try and share this. Let's try tomorrow. And so then too, it's kind of a trigger in my mind. I need to clue in, okay, store this one, remember the issue, because then we can talk about it tomorrow. By the way, you do know you want to look at the green dot, not your own face. Just look at the green dot, ignore your face.
So do you want to speak now?
We can, because if I watch my
like...
eyes, if I look at the green dot, or if I look at my image, green dot, my image, green dot, my image.
Well, I'm looking at you too. I'm not just looking at the green dot. So
look at the green dot or my nose. It shows up better on camera.
Okay, well, you're going to have to cut out my eye roll now.
I'm going to have to cut out quite a bit there.
You're going to have to start over again, because it's just...
No, it's good enough. You got a good start.
Okay. Cut.
So that's for today.
No,
that's all we're going to cover now.
That's for today.
We'll try.
That's the end. Then you just stop. Stop the recording.